So if you notice, I want to talk about overall setup, and then Steve can read on the side of what he says. Uh, and I'm not going to tell you that we're not going to use it in the fashion that we've been using it. You know, when it says category presets, and you go to famous sound, and then you load it and you confirm it. So after doing that, can you read that on the right there, Steve, please?
Yeah, go to category presets and select a choice. After doing so, press the easy button for an instant match with a great style for that choice.
Right.
Remember that each choice will give you a new style after selecting it and then pressing the easy button.
Correct. So let's talk about that, and we'll have Steve highlight. I'm going to highlight the organ so we can go there and tell you. So I said, spotlight. So I said to go to the category presets. So let's follow the steps. Go to the right-hand side of the product, and it's the last button there on the side. It says category. So he pushes it, and in the screen, we have famous sound. So let's deal with that one for now. And then he'll hit load on the right-hand side.
Hang on.
Yeah. And then he'll hit confirm. So we have, you refer to the window, if it hits the display mode, it'll show him what those presets are. So if you hit the display mode right next to the window there, it's after the
There
letter,
it is. Yeah.
it says number one is Harry James and slash Dorsey trombone. And then you have romantic, whatever it is, on 2 and 3 and 4. So what I did, and this was a very unique trick, these are hidden registrations that are not up on any part of the organ. So right now, if he pushes preset 1 when between the keyboards, you'll see that you have 1 through 16. And by pressing preset 1, he's calling up the Harry James trumpet on the upper keyboard and the Dorsey trombone on the split. But there's not a style to it. You see how the style, and on the right hand, he has a trumpet. Go ahead. Oh, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. So what I want you to do now at this point, guys, I want you to pan to the left, Steve, and there's a button, and it's a white button, and it says easy button with one finger. And don't worry about whether you play one finger or not, because this will register both. So he's going to.
Just a second.
Oh, it's okay.
How do I stop it? I forget.
Read the demo. The demo is
Oh,
way on the left. On the left, keep going. Down, 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 down. Keep going down. Right by the recorder. There we go. Okay. Yeah, when
forgot.
wrist hit that. So let's double check that we're doing the right thing again. Let's go to category presets, Steve. On the right, category presets. All the way on the right. And he says famous sound, so he hits load and confirm. And now if you notice, did you see how the button 1 went off? Right. Display mode. There you go. And now press preset number 1. Now follow this. This is incredible. Now he's going to push the easy button, and that will bring in a style once he presses the 1 through 16. So push 1 through 16 at this point. There we go. And now notice how the synchro start started to flash. So for that style, I have a hidden registration that will match the Harry James trumpet and the Tommy Dorsey trombone. So if it hits the intro, make sure that you're on musicians sound, Steve, on the corner of your, I don't know if you can see your iPad. It says musician sounds on or off on the corner. Make sure you
I
turn.
don't see it.
You don't see it. Okay. Original songs from musicians on or off. Okay. It's okay. It's not important. We don't care about that you can hear it. I mean, it's okay. 'Cause if he starts to play, it's going to be all distorted and it's not going to be fun. So now, let's walk to the procedure and pick a different category preset. Admit. Okay, so go, Steve, to the right-hand side of the product again. And then go to category presets. So he's pushing category presets. Good. And now pick, what's the second choice there?
Bells,
Okay, what's the next one?
big
Band.
band.
Big band. So he's gonna use the wheel and he'll turn it to big band. One more.
There we go.
Load and confirm. Okay. Now, display mode, so you can see what the presets are. This is not really necessary. Oh, it's not really necessary, but if you want to know what the first preset, it says sax ensemble, I believe. And
Yes, trumpet,
trumpet. Okay.
trumpet on the bottom.
So what he has to do is he has to hit preset 1 now between the keyboards. So between the keyboards, he's going to hit preset 1 and preset 1, go to the left. Keep
Well,
going.
I don't have the cameras lined up where you can see it.
Well, you can see 5, 6, 7, 8, so turn to the left more so they can see your press. And there,
Okay, there it is.
press 1. Okay. The next step is the easy button. You see how the easy button is not lit? So easy button, and then 1 through 16. There you go. So that procedure is what you need to do for every time we're working with category presets. So let me try to explain it so you get the math behind it. What did I just do? Okay. So every category preset, I've hidden a style in there that is you have no access to unless you do easy button and 1 through 16. And then that'll populate all those presets to work with that one style you chose. So I'll repeat it again. Category presets, famous sounds. The first one was the trumpet on the right, the trombone on the bottom, and no style. It's just a sound. And then you have to play the right hand on your chords, and you have to play regular organ style. So the hidden style can be brought to the table by doing two things. Number one, the easy button. So you already set up the category presets, you already have famous sounds, you have the first preset lit up. The next step is the easy button. So we push that. And then the final step is 1 through 16. So what that just did, it created 16 presets, sound on the right, sound on the split, with the famous sound, which is the Harry James and the trombone, and it created an additional 15 styles with now a style that goes with that category. It's unbelievable. And I've known about this all along, but can you imagine having our first meeting and now you don't know anything and now I'm trying to tell you to push all these buttons, you're gonna be all confused. So let me spotlight Steve again and we're gonna do a different category and we'll follow the same procedure. The procedure never changes. Pick a category, light up the number you want, easy button, 1 through 16. So let's highlight Steve here real quick. Replace spotlight. So organ on, we go to the right hand side. Category, he pushes category button. He goes to the screen and then now let's do country. And by the way, see how it's up and down, Steve? So he can use the wheel or on the window, Steve, on the left side, A and B is also a way to manipulate going up and right. So he can go up and down the list either way. Once you see country in the window, he wants to hit the load button, which is letter E. Yeah.
Yes.
And then confirm. Yeah, it was
I
two.
don't know. Did I get it in time?
One more time. Do again, load.
I'm having to reach around the iPad.
There you go. So remember, you see him struggling. It's not because Steve is dumb. It's not to do with that. His camera is in front of him, so he has to work around it to reach it. Now you hit preset one, right?
No, I
Yeah,
did now.
yeah. Don't hit the synchro start because when we do the trick now, keep an eye on this synchro start. You see, there's no style right now on the country category. There's nothing lit. Nothing, that's not part of the equation. So now if he goes to the left and he hits two items, the first item is the easy button. And by the way, you can play your own chord, so don't be stressed out about the easy button. Oh, I don't play one finger. It's fine, it reads both. So pan the camera over to the left so they can see the easy button. And then you push that already, right? And then 1 through 16. Keep an eye on the synchro start when he pushes 1 through 16. 1 through 16, Steve.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna
No,
synchro start. I know. I'm just showing them where to look.
oh yeah, so look, there, you see that? So the synchro start came on by itself, and now underneath the keyboard, all of those numbers will now go with country music, the first preset, and they give you 15 more choices than just the original preset. This was all done on purpose. This is not an accident. Because I wanted to expand the category presets so you wouldn't be stuck to always just that one preset. And every time you load a different category, whichever number you start with, and you follow this procedure, it will open up that particular spot that you're in, and it will give you an additional 15 presets. So for example, he's already on country, right? So
Yes.
he has to upload the country category again because we're disconnected from it. So if he goes to the right again, he'll push category again. You have to do this all the time. Category gets pushed. Now let's pick country again and load and confirm. Load and confirm. And now display mode on the screen. Display mode.
Oh, yeah.
You go. And now,
Oops.
yeah, is there a Floyd Crane or something there?
Looking. I thought there was.
Yeah, a piano or something. I can't read from where you're at. Well, country piano, right? Number two?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna push two underneath the keyboard. Keep an eye on the synchro star. It went off. You see that? It went off. So now we're gonna follow the same procedure. He's gonna hit the easy button and 1 to 16, and the synchro star will start flashing. So now we have country piano and another 15 extras that you would never had access to, and you can play whatever you like. So that's really, really, really powerful. So we
Now,
go
the 15 extras you're talking about, that's voicing, right?
correct, correct.
It
The
keeps the same style for all 16.
Exactly, but when he pushes a different one, like on the category presets, and he picks something different, the rhythm will change. So not all the rhythms are the same. So if he starts with preset one, you're gonna get one rhythm. If he goes to preset number two on the category setup, and he hits two, then he goes to the procedure of the easy button and the 1 to 16 will call up a different style. So these are all hidden treasures on the MK-5000. So let me go back to what we were doing before. Let me see here. Share, remove spotlight, and let's go back to this guy. Keynote. Okay. So we covered that. Share screen. You see all this junk around me or not? You're okay. Oh yeah, okay. And then we hit play. All right. So next, we already overall set up, we went through this. Now this is the same, and I'm just showing you on the handout, you'll see that. So in this case, in this example that you saw, was doing it with the first category presets, overall setup. Famous sounds, we did okay, we confirmed it, and then I talk about what it is. Instant match with a great style. Remember that every time you use a new category, it will pick a new style by selecting it and then pressing the easy button. So this picture is just to remind you that when we do the overall presets, they're going to expand it by selecting the load and confirming the easy will access a style at the bottom of the styles for 1 through 16 presets when you hit the easy button and the 1 through 16. And this just depicts, so when you see that 1 through 16, the easy button first, 1 through 16, and don't read what it says here. I'm just using the picture so you can tell those presets between the keyboards is we're going to activate that particular category preset we're working with. So then you're going to push 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Just keep playing whatever song you're playing at that point. Now, and we're going to open up this at the end for some questions. The same phenomenon happens with song setup. So let's talk about that. So right next to the category preset, there's a button called Song Setup. So we're going to have Steve do it live in a little bit here. So I hit the Song button, and then you see up and down on the left on the screen. Try to use the wheel. It's very weird because it's hard to get it to where you're going. If you go too fast to the right, it moves really fast. If you go too slow, it doesn't go fast enough. So I did this at the very beginning, and I put the up and down so you can go up and down the list by just simply pushing the down button one time with a one time press, and it'll go from all I ask to you to all the things to your to always to at last to bewitch. So every time you hit the down button, it moves in that fashion. The data wheel, which is that big wheel by the window, can be a little sentimental, to say the least. So the same thing we're going to do here. We're going to expand the variety that you get on the song setup. So when you set up the song for All I Ask of You, you're going to get one preset. So let me share the screen with Steve here, and then we'll do the organ so you can see what we're talking about. All right, so spotlight. So now he's going to go to the right-hand side, and right next to the category, there's a button that says Song. So he's going to push that, and then you get on the window what we just saw, All I Ask of You. So he's going to hit Load and Confirm. Load and Confirm. And this is, with this, if you notice with the window now, you have the synchro stars being on, you have the introduction light is on, so it's ready to go. Ready to move. Now, wouldn't it be nice if you could do something to get an additional 15 presets to play All I Ask of You? Yes, it would be nice. Because if you hit 2 at this point, you're going to be out of luck. I don't know where you're going, but you're not going to All I Ask of You. So by doing the same procedure now, he's going to hit the easy buttons already on. So all he has to do is push 1 through 16. Boom. I now have 16 presets, 16 sounds on the upper keyboard, 16 sounds on the split to play one song, All I Ask of You. That is huge. That is a huge, and the sounds, as you know, every single preset on this organ, Craig Knudsen had nothing to do with this. And he wanted to, but I told him no. I know my people. I've been doing this in this industry longer than he has. Because Craig has always been on the back doors. I have been on the front line fighting all our enemies with you. I'm not giving you commands. I'm up front with you. So I know what you like. I know what you don't like. I know the sounds that are pleasing for the registration. So all 9,000 cells that are on this organ are all mine. So let's go back, and you don't have to now hit song setup anymore. That is on the window right now. Steve, let's pick another song. Let's pick Always. So he's gonna go down to white and then do the open. I can see how easy it was in the window. B,
There it is. Yeah.
always. Then he's gonna load it and confirm it.
Ah,
Okay, let's go to song setup. The right hand side, songs.
yeah.
Okay, always load and confirm. There we go. Now notice the synchro start came on and the intro came on, so it's ready to play this song always. But I would like to have 15 other choices, actually 30 more choices, because 15 on the top, 15 on the bottom. So all he has to do is turn it to the left and touch 1 through 16. The intro light goes out, and now those presets between the keyboard will give you 16 different ways to play the song always. So the math is simple. You just have to do this. And my trip to Florida was awesome. I had a great time. And it was always one-on-one appointments with the client. It was not concertizing. It was not giving a class with a group of people. It was one person with me for the whole week for every store, except the last day, which was on Friday before I left, and I did a 1 hour concert because people wanted to hear me play. And inadvertently, on all those days, I had the same reaction. So I'm assuming because you are with me, you are a little bit different than most people, because I keep reminding you every week what to do and what not to do. So I told people, I'm having a hard time with this. I don't know how to do this. So I said, okay. So we went through the procedure. You're going to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to play this, and you're going to practice the song. And then I said to them, when you get home, you have a timing clock that's ticking. And if you get to 24 hours, your house is going to blow up. And they're laughing. Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? What I mean is that you have to get to your machine, because we're always working with their product, and you have to get home and do what I just told you to do. And preferably, if you're driving home, as soon as you walk in the door, go turn the organ on and go do it, because they were taking notes. Yeah, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. If you let it go 24 hours and you look at the paper, you look at it, you said, what is this? It's normal. It's perfectly normal, because this only retains so much. But if you actually do it within that 24-hour period, it kind of stays in there. So what we should do today when we're finished, you don't have to go running up to the organ, but before tomorrow at 3 o'clock, you better have gone to it, so you can practice what I'm telling you. In this case, the song setup, we bring the name of the song we want to play, we hit load and confirm, then the only thing I want you to add to it is push 1 through 16. And I think you should have by then, Robert will send you the PDF file. So Wayne, go ahead. You can unmute yourself and tell me what the question.
Yeah, just one question. Once you've loaded your song in and you're ready to play,
Yes.
okay. Now I want to see my tempo. I want to see the what sounds I have. So I exit that display, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And then he would see. And
That's the next step, right?
And then it's a good thing too. Steve, let me highlight the organ so people can see what's actually happening. Replace. So right now he's on the song setup. He's done the 1 through 16, but Wayne was asking, well, I don't want to see all that stuff. So if he hits exit, he goes back out where he sees everything, the tempo, the style that I picked. Obviously enough, the song was always, that's a waltz. So look at that. Miraculously enough, I picked a standard waltz. And this window is so important. This shows you, Lowry people always say, oh, I had number 5 or number 4 used to tell me what I played and all that. Well, that has to be programmed by Lowry. I never did that. So if Steve just pushes preset 1, 2, 3, you'll see every time he depresses a new number, things are changing in the window. So the one that he picked now says grand piano. No, we're okay, Steve, we can see it. Just leave it on the window so they can see what's happening. Yeah. Then hit 4. Yeah. Hit 5. See that? So all those things that you're watching in the screen, you don't really have to pay attention to it. But if you want to see, oh, I like that sound, then you can quickly look up. And he's using tibia number 2, flute 16 and 8. On the lower split, he's using grand piano and strings. And then the tempo, it shows up there. What's the tempo, Steve? One what? 180 or something?
108, 108.
108. So this window represents every time you push a preset number, you'll get the information in the window of what I'm doing with it. So it's really and I was thinking today, what can I do that it doesn't require, let me download this and let me do this and then let's go print this and so let's just keep it. These are all secrets that I've kept internally. So I could go to any ST organ in the world, turn it on, and because I put the stuff in there, I don't even need to put a stick on the organ. There's every preset I need to play a concert, it's in there. So, all right, Wayne, go ahead. Just make sure you.
So now, once I have the song and I have all the sounds I want, can I save it to a stick now?
Yes, of course you can. So the procedure at this point, just like a Lowry organ, just like a Roland organ, just like the Genos, you have to move those to a bank. And if you notice right on the window there, we have a registration bank called A, B, C, and D. You see that in front? So Steve, just go to preset number 1. Don't push any banks yet. So he's gonna push preset number 1, which were, let me remind you, this was for the song Always, right? We started with that, and then we hit 1 through 16. So we're gonna move those presets because you can't steal what I put in it. The only way you can steal them is to move them to a bank. So Steve, this is gonna be a little tricky. With your left hand, I want you to hit the memory button and hold it. So it'll be all the way on the left, and he's gonna hold it with his left hand, M. That's a great angle. Now with your right hand, just push 1 and let it go, and then go push bank A. Perfect. You see that? So 1 flashed, and then the A flash. Now go to preset 2, Steve. 2 by itself, then hit the memory button, number 2, and the letter A. And so on and so forth. So now he'll do 3. So he'll push 3, memory with the left, 3 flashes, move to bank A. It's very simple. And then he does all of that all the way until he gets to 16. And then Wayne and Georgia and everybody else, you have to put a stick on the organ and you have to save it. Otherwise, you can't steal what's internally. Well, I just proved you can, but it's not just put a stick and save the presets that Marco has. So the stick is already over there, he's flashing, and then he'll go to registration, record registration on the right. There you go. He'll hit that, record. And then he'll go to the window and it says save on the right hand side, whatever it says, the preset. What does it say, Steve?
Record registration file.
Yeah. Then next. And then
Save new.
yeah, save no. And then the organ at this point, after that's done, will give you the window to name it immediately. Don't waste your time and go ahead and name it right now. And he can call it whatever he wants to do, you know. You can call it ABC. That way it's easy. A, B, C. And then save on the right. There you go. That's it. That's, yeah, and you're probably saying, yeah, Marco, sure, it's easy for you. You're the one that invented this, so it's easy. Well, it is easy. And if you've had products before that you're supposed to save the presets and stuff, so now he's showing you how the ABC showed up there. ABC, and that's been saved on the organ. So
It shows you the date.
and then shows you the date that you did it, which is a great thing. Sometimes if you're trying to find out, oh, what did I just do right, then you can go look at the date. And no timestamp, Steve, just the date, right?
Yeah, no timestamp.
But the date, so that's good enough. So it shows today's date as the entry where it went into the keyboard, to the organ. So
If you want to see the time, you'd have to put it in the stick in a computer and look at it in a file directory.
but it will show the time as well.
I believe it will.
Yeah, the SD organ.
But if you go to do another one, it's going to overwrite this one unless
Right.
you give it a different ABC2.
Yeah. So I would say just, the date itself, Lowry is so funny. If you go look at a Lowry file on a computer, the date is like 1980. It's like 40 years ago. I don't know why they do this. And Steve and I always laugh about it. I said, why 1980? I don't know. I just don't know. So at least this has an internal clock that knows what the date of the year it is and when you save the preset. So that's very helpful. If you forgot to name it and you just worked on it, said, oh, I don't know which one it is, go find today's date. That's the one. So that's a little bit thing. So those two items I want you to work on until next week when we meet again. You're going to go through the category presets. Let me name it Steve there. And the locations are both all the way on the right-hand side of the organ at the very end. The first one that says category and the next one that says song. So the lesson today is to expand those because those are always meant to be one thing and one thing only. So if you set up to play all I ask of you, it's one registration and you can't change it. If you hit a number underneath, it's gonna go to hell. So the tie-in or the marriage happens when we're working with the category presets. Two things you have to do: the easy button and 1 through 16. If you're going with the song setup, the only thing you have to add is 1 through 16. So that will expand it from one song, one registration for a specific song, to 16 total, including the one you started. So it's big. And then, remember we talked about stealing some of my stuff. If you want to create your own and say, I would like to push 9 and make it 2, you can do that. So you hit 9 and you went to the procedure that Steve just did. Memorize, then he hit number 2 because 9 is lit at this moment, and then he hit letter A. So you can mix and match and make your own registration for whatever song you're trying to learn. So there's a lot of good things that I think I put in there that will make life a little easier. And remember that the organ has no sensitivity. That was a big deal. I'm not happy about it. I wanted to put some in it, but they were writing checks, they were paying me to do this, and they said no sensitivity, 0. We don't want anything. So when you push the keys, you do it little or hard, you're not going to have any reaction on the outcome. And I think person like maybe Georgia or Loretta or maybe Mike even or Steve, I think most of you are not beginners. So you may have to, we're going to talk about this next week, you may want to go inside the organ and give it a little touch. Because when you play piano and you have no touch, it's crazy. I don't like it. But then again, it's my opinion. No one's complaining. No one's saying, oh, I can't stand it because I have to hit the note key. So if I had to choose between the two, I'm glad I was pushed to do that. Otherwise, then as we get older, and it's me included, our hands become weaker. So if you have to hit it hard to make it sound, that might be not so much fun. So every sound on this product from default has 0 sensitivity. And then we can talk about how you can give it a little more if you wanted to. But the moment you push another another sound, it'll default to no sensitivity. So that's how we did it when we programmed the organ. So, and then I just wanted to remind you that everybody has been updated. We're already at the, everybody's at the, you have in Georgia? Really? No kidding. Okay, we need to do that. Loretta, you're good, right? Yeah. Georgia, why didn't you tell me that? I
Because it's
thought,
so far away and I figured you couldn't get out here.
oh no, heavens, no, okay. So let's plan, I'm gonna call you. How's, are you and Bob okay? Are you home? Are you willing to take a visit from me?
Willing to take a visit. We're here at home. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Okay, no.
yeah, no, fine. Let me call you, if not after the class, then tomorrow morning, and I'm gonna plan to get out there this weekend.
Marco, why don't you wait until you feel a little better?
Yeah.
I don't want you to get sick, Georgia.
No, I don't either.
Oh, that's the last thing you need. Marco came over, and now they give you the call from hell. But Georgia, it's 2.5 hour drive. It's not that bad.
It's more like a 3.5, I think, Marco.
So
It just makes me feel bad, and that's why I've not said anything.
please don't. We need to get that thing updated. It makes a big difference. We went through so many changes, so including presets, including styles, rhythms, features, the thing that you can assign to do all the things. So absolutely no problem. And but Georgia, you can still do what we talked about today. It is working properly.
Right.
So it has nothing to do with the update. That was designed from day one. And I kind of had it on my own mind that, oh, wouldn't it be nice if I just picked a song and now I have all these presets. It would be fun to just, and instead of stealing what I recommend, my recommendation is after you pick a song setup and you load one and then you push 1 through 16, go through all of them and then put in your music the ones that you like the most. They don't have to be following each other. You say, oh, I like 1 and I like 4 and 7 and 10 and 16. And then your music, you write that song setup 1 through 16, and then you put here's 1, here's 4, here's 7, and then as you play, you just push the number. So that way it's a lot more usable than having to now move them to the next to each other and then put the stick in it and then save it and then call it a name. It's like, it's too much work. We all start getting a little lazy when we get older, so it's okay. So make sure that last week I couldn't do a class, but we're gonna continue to do this. It's I think it merits that. And then you're getting from the horse's mouth of what can we do to make the playing that more fun, and you don't have to fight the product, fight the organ. It was never designed to be difficult, but you have to know the shortcuts that I put in there. And then this week is 2 shortcuts. On the song setup, it's just adding the 1 through 16. And the category preset is adding the easy button first, and then 1 through 16. And it's been listed on that PDF that I sent you. And it shows what you're doing, and then it shows the presets. But don't read what the preset said. The preset says, this, I just use the picture so we know we're talking about the buttons. And then when I talk about the category or the song setup, and I use the picture from the book to show you where we're at, and then you pick it, and then you have to add those 2 items. Again, category presets, the easy button, and 1 through 16, and the song setup is just 1 through 16. So. Any other questions, everybody?
Marco?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Facebook page for the Estey that I created, and I see that there's only 2 people on right now that are members of the Facebook page for the MK-5000. If there anybody else wants to join it, how do we do that? Do you have to email them an invitation or what? Because I don't have their email addresses.
No, you can just refer them to find them on Facebook. That would be the easiest thing to do. So how do we find the MK Club on Facebook? Do we just do a search?
It's
You just
called
do a search.
space MK-5000. So if they can do a search for that.
Okay, so let me show you guys. I'm gonna go online. You all own one. You should become part of the club. And
There are 7 members. There are 7 participants now.
Okay, so it's not a big deal, like we're gonna ask you to do this party or do this. It's just a thing, and then what Mike and I, our plan was to populate the thing with things that can help an owner go through it. And then that would be a good plateau for you to write a message, because then we can monitor that. And it'd be fun. So let me share my screen with you. And then I'm gonna go to Facebook and show you what I'm gonna do here. Let me close all this garbage off. Close this. Okay, so you see on my screen. So I'm gonna go to Facebook, Safari, Facebook. And then there's a search thing right on the top. It says right here, search Facebook. So we're gonna write MK-5000. There it is. See this little group, Estey group? So just click on it. It'll open up that group, and then you can join. How do we join here, Mike? What do we have to do?
I think that we have to invite them, so we need email addresses.
Okay, so if I'm members, let me see.
No, you just put your name in there. There's a place to put your name if you want to join.
Oh, do you? Okay. Discussions, okay, so we can just put your name in there, I guess.
Well, they won't see the screen if they're not a member.
No, they will. Oh, because it's private, you're right.
Yeah,
Oh.
see now, there's an invite in blue, and I think that's the way we have to invite people. So we have to click the invite button and put their email address in. They'll get an email inviting
To
them.
the right of the members, Marco.
Oh, right there.
No,
No.
to the right.
To the right.
Keep going.
It's in blue.
Yep.
The plus sign, plus invite.
Ah, there it is, invite plus. There we go. Invite with email. I see. Okay. Well, that's
So
pretty
that's something that we have to do, I believe.
Yeah. Okay, well, if you guys don't mind, I can give you guys Mike Dippo's email.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that?
Marco, you can list the active members there. And I didn't remember giving you my email address. I didn't have to do that.
You did not. Okay.
You can request to be part of the group, and then you'll be approved by Mike Dipple.
Okay.
Right?
So how do we do that? We just put here, write something? Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You're posting to the group. You're not inviting anybody.
Yeah, I'm already part of the group, so it wouldn't make sense. So let's say Loretta or Georgia's doing this. You will see the little picture, and I say, I would.
No. The initial screen will ask you if you want to be a participant.
Okay.
And then you say, yeah, I do want to be, and then you abide by all the rules and regulations of
Gotcha.
the group, and then you get approved.
Do I do this invite or myself? No.
No, you're already in, so you probably can't see it.
I see.
Once you do the search for Estey MK-5000,
Click
Yeah.
on
click
members.
on it and
Marco,
click on it.
Click on members.
Okay. Here we are.
And again, this is a screen that they're not going to see because they're not members.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, now see the new to the group?
Yeah.
Those are the people who are in the group.
To group. Wow. So Georgia's there, Steve's there, Robert's there, Roberta's there, Jen's there, Mike's there, Craig's there. I'm here, so we need to add whoever's missing. So try that. If we run into trouble, we'll figure out a way to get you here.
Yeah, if they want to send me an email, I can send them an invitation. So it's mdipple@gmail.com.
And Dipple, spell Dipple for them so they know.
DIPPEL.
There you go. DIPPEL at, what is it?
gmail.com.
At gmail.com. But if you're already a member, don't do that. You're part of the group. And then, that's where I see Mike's been posting a lot of videos in there of him playing. So go check it out. He's doing amazing. Every time I hear him, I'm like, man, you're playing better now than you ever did before. So I think he's inspirational about the
I got a
product.
good instructor, and there's a lot of good arrangements.
Yeah, there are. And
It's
then
one thing to be able to play the notes. It's another thing to have good arrangements, and you're the arranger.
Well, and you can play them. That's important too. So, and then I put some stuff in there too that I did recently. And, the last one was amazing. I have almost 10,000 hits in 1 month. That's huge for someone that, I'm not Celine Dion and I'm not Britney Spears. I'm not any of that. I'm just a Cuban that teaches people how to play the organ. So it's 10,000 people that have watched it. So it's a very short period of time. So it's pretty good. I'm happy with it. Except, you're always going to get that person that's kind of a bum. And I've had two of them. That's just the one, I used to get mad. I don't even know why I get mad. This one said, it sounds like an organ from China back in 1980. And then he put up someone vomiting. It's like, oh. And then they always want to trash the Japanese or the Chinese. And then this last one said, another piece of garbage from China. I'm like, dude, my mother, I think all of us took advice from our parents. If you have nothing nice to say, just don't say anything, because what's the point, And then I used to get I want to write him back. And I said, well, he's getting to me then. Why? Just ignore him, Then I just delete him, and I don't want to see it anymore. And most of the time, you know what it is? Jealousy. Jealousy because they don't have one. So that's why. A piece of garbage. Well, what do you have? A 1929 Wurlitzer, Anyway, so have fun with that. Remember, there's two things for the category presets: easy button and 1 to 16, and then the song setup is only one. Once you pick the song you want to play, go to the list, and then hit, low confirm, and then immediately 1 to 16, and then play as many presets, and then go through them. If you find one that you really like, write it in your music, and then have some fun. It's a great idea. And then Robert will send you a copy of this link and also the PDF that I showed today, so you can have access to that. So, all right, enough yapping. I need to go list right. My throat is killing me. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed. Please get to it within a timely fashion. Don't wait 3 days. You're going to be all confused. So in the next, maybe once tonight before you go to bed, you kind of go through it and see if you're doing it right. And then tomorrow spend 15, 20 minutes with it. And you'll get it. It's nothing complicated. So thank you, Steve, for helping with the camera. And then I'll see you guys next week. George, I'll be in touch once I get better. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thanks, Marco.
Take care, guys.